Okay. Starting off real great there. Okay. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. Today's video, I am going to do a first impression / wear test of this L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. And please excuse my nails, I did not paint them. This is a drugstore foundation, and some of the claims, it comes in 30 shades, retails for $15.99. The shade I got is Natural Buff, which is a light medium shade, but the shade range is pretty good. It does have an SPF of 50 that's made up of mostly chemical sunscreen. And I always apply my own SPF prior to putting on any other foundation, so I don't rely on the SPF in my foundation. Also has vitamin B3 and hydrating serum for all day hydration. Evens tone, provides a natural radiant finish. Lightweight formula, does not settle into lines. Okay, well, that speaks to me. I have dry, mature skin. I'm 49, and so this, when I saw this Age Perfect Serum Foundation, I was excited to try this. I am going to show you a couple different ways that I applied this, which one works best, do a couple check-ins throughout the day, and then at the end of the day, give you my final thoughts. Okay, so I have you all scooted in and all up in my business. You can see I've got some redness around my nose, this little guy over here from too much sugar. And then I have some discoloration and spots over on this side, so we're gonna see how well this will cover those up. And I'm gonna use a brush on this side, and I will use my beauty sponge on this side. And then I think I'm just gonna try a little bit, use my fingers on my forehead just to see how it blends out with my fingers. Okay, so I'm just gonna shake this up. I already prepped my skin. I did my AM skincare routine, so my face is properly moisturized, and I went in with my own SPF, my Colorescience Face Shield. I already have this on as a, I use it as a primer. And yes, I am looking really scary today, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to put makeup on. Okay, and do this foundation review for you. So it comes in this little squeezy tube. I prefer that actually, just because then I can decide how much or how little I want to put on. And yeah, I think this is gonna work. My body is darker than my face, and that's usually the case because of my skincare. It takes my tanning cream off. Yeah, I think that's gonna match. Okay. So I'm gonna go in with the brush, and what I like to do is just press it into the brush and then just stipple it on, like so. Oh. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's doing a good job of hiding some of the redness. Take some down my neck. This might actually be a little too light. Ooh, yeah, this is definitely radiant. Ooh, it's pretty. I would say it's a good medium. It covered up that spot. The only thing I'm already seeing is it's almost looking like there's texture to my skin. It feels really lightweight though on the skin. Yeah, I think it evened everything out. Yeah, if you look over on this side, there's still redness. And then on this side, it evened everything out. I can already see as it dries down, it does get darker. I actually don't mind that because it did go on pretty light. And now it looks like it's starting to match the rest of my skin. Okay. Now I'm gonna go in on this side with a beauty sponge, and let's just see how that goes on. I'm gonna press that into the sponge. I don't know if the sponge is gonna soak it all up. Sometimes it soaks up all of the product. Yeah, because look, it's not even really going on my face. Yeah, that didn't really make a difference at all. Definitely the brush is the way to go. The sponge didn't do anything at all. That gave hardly any coverage whatsoever. compared to this side. I like the brush. I definitely like the brush better. I'm gonna go in with my fingers up on my forehead and just see if that works. And I'm just gonna kind of press that in. Oh yeah, actually I like the fingers as well. Okay, if I can blend it in a little bit better. There we go. Hold on, let me get up close and personal. Okay, let's see. Oh, you know what? That's actually pretty good coverage with the fingers. I'm just gonna get this out from under my eye. I would say either a fingers or a brush, but I'm just gonna even everything out with the brush because this side looks really patchy. Okay, let me get a mirror here. There we go. Now I can see. Okay. And my nose. Well, I'm definitely gonna have to go back in and spot conceal, but I do like this. It's pretty. If you don't like a radiant glowy foundation, then you're probably not gonna like this. You can still see a little bit of skin peeking through, and I don't mind that just because I'm not a full coverage person anymore. I am really looking forward to seeing how this holds up throughout the day. So I'm gonna go finish the rest of my makeup off camera and see if this plays well with others and do my bronzer and blush. And yeah, but I do definitely need to do some spot concealing. It hasn't fully dried down, so I'm curious to see if it's gonna play well with others, like when I put bronzer and blush, if it's gonna lift off my face. So I'm gonna go finish the rest of my makeup and I will check back in. Okay, I am back with the rest of my makeup on. I have bronzer, blush. I don't know how I feel about this foundation. It did lift off a little bit when I was putting my bronzer on. I don't know if you can see it, just sort of lifted off over here. And I used some concealer that covered up those spots. In certain lighting, I look sweaty and I didn't powder it down. I wanted to just do that for you right now. This foundation really reminds me of the IT Cosmetics CC cream. And I was not a big fan of the IT Cosmetics CC cream. I would put it on and then it's just, I looked like I was all sweaty and gross, and I don't know, in certain lighting, I think it makes my skin look really good, but then in other lighting, it looks like I'm just a big sweaty mess and came from the gym. But I'm gonna just take my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Pressed Powder. This I do really love. And I'm just going to touch up just in this area right here. Yeah, okay. I think I like that a little bit better. Just to sort of tone down some of the dewiness and also help with those pores kind of showing. I am going to just powder, I have to powder my chin because it's showing a ton of pores in my chin and a little bit of texture. Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna do a check-in. I'm gonna take you by the window so you can see what it looks like in natural lighting. Then I will do a check-in at the end of the day and show you how it wears throughout the day. I wanted to come out here and show you what it looks like in natural lighting. I like this. It's just, it accentuates some texture that I don't normally have. It has, let's see, it's 1 o'clock, so I've had this on for about 5 hours, and it did break up around my nose and my mouth area, but that's pretty typical for every foundation, for me at least. It does break up around my nose, but it hasn't settled into fine lines and wrinkles. I also took a couple pictures earlier so you could see how it photographs, and I think that it really photographs beautifully. I will go ahead and check back in at the end of the day and give you my final thoughts. My hair is driving me nuts today. I really need a haircut. Oh, okay. I am just about ready to wash this off my face. I've had this on now for about 9 hours. I like this foundation. I do like how it really didn't feel like I had anything on my face all day, which I really love. I like this The only thing is if you don't like a dewy foundation or a really radiant foundation, you won't like this. I do agree with the claims, and it did hold up as far as being hydrating as well as not settling into lines. I tend to furrow my brow all throughout the day, and it didn't settle into those lines at all. It's not very long lasting. So if you're looking for a foundation that's gonna last all day long from morning till night, this isn't the one. This is more, and I even powdered a little bit, as you saw in this area in the T-zone. I would say this is more of a going to run errands, or if you just want something to wear throughout the day that is hydrating yet super lightweight, you might actually really like this. But again, it did break up. Let me zoom you in so you can kind of take a better look. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this, but on my forehead especially, it broke up quite a bit. And then around my nose, like it's pretty red. But it settled a little bit into these fine lines right here. But these lines right here, it didn't settle at all. And then in the middle of my eyebrows here, my big bushy eyebrows. But I will say it did sort of accentuate just a little bit of texture that I don't normally have. And you can see it kind of wore off on like that sunspot right there. And a little bit of my redness is peeking through over here where my rosacea kind of peeks through. But yeah, let me zoom you back out so I'm not like right up. Looking at my skin now, it looks like it has a healthy glow, and it did throughout the day. And I don't have any highlighter on at all, and my nose is just a little bit shiny, and up in through here looks like I put highlighter on, but I didn't today. I'm definitely looking forward to trying it again. I like this one. I'm definitely gonna be wearing this one again. And I think for mature dry skin, you might like it. So let me know in the comments below if you've tried this foundation and what you thought of it. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And with that, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care.